back to another reading vlog. This is not the plan. Originally, I was planning on filming a secret... Oh, my dog wants in. Or not. Hi! Yeah, hi! Okay, I guess it does. Basically, my plan for this week was actually to film a secret TBR video. I don't think this is the best idea anymore. I'll tell you what I read. I'm not going to go into detail just because I go into detail when you'll see that video, whenever that decides to come out. But I will show you the book that I picked up. I mean, like, I posted about it on Goodreads. I mean, like, so, like, if people stalk that, then I guess you know already what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to tell you the gist of what it's for. It was 17th Summer by Maureen Daly. I've owned this book for, like, a long time, and I decided to read, like, about 50% of it today, and I gave it 1 star. And I DNF'd it. And that's all we're gonna say about it for now, because I'm done talking about this book and I want to chuck it out a window. It already wants out. See, he never stays long. He just kind of comes here and he's like, I want to check everything out. Everything's good in here? Okay, bye. After that mess of a book, I kind of just was gonna... I think if I continued on with that challenge at this point in time, I was gonna fall into a reading slump, and, like, I'm, like, been doing good with my reading lately, like, excelling. I read 5 books last week. I just didn't feel like going into a reading slump for a video. Like, that's kind of... It took me, like, so long to film my Goodreads video, and as much as I enjoyed doing Spring TBRs, and as much as I enjoy watching them, I think I'm having issues filming them, so I don't know. My TBR for the week, I kind of have a gist of a TBR. I don't feel like grabbing any of the books right now, but my plans is to, first of all, read This Shattered World by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This is the sequel to These Broken Stars. It's like the companion sequel, so it follows different characters. This one is about... I don't find the spoiler because, like, it literally has nothing to do with the first book. I think besides the fact that it takes place in the same world, but, like, literally, like, has nothing to do with the characters or anything from the first book. You're not gonna get spoiled from me telling you what this book's about, so I don't find an issue with that. But if you find an issue, then I guess you can skip over the synopsis, but, like, it's really not spoilery, I promise you. Basically, the sequel is about this girl named Jubilee and this guy named Flynn, and they're basically, like, I think, like, opposite sides on, I don't know, a war, essentially. There's, like, I think she works for, like, the army and the government, and he is, like, a part of the rebels. So, essentially, I thought in the synopsis I read that, like, she takes him as prisoner, so maybe this still does happen. But I guess right now he's trying to take her as prisoner, or something like that. But then I think they're gonna, like, escape together and, I don't know, rebel or something. And it's like Hate to Love, and I'm excited for this. Like, this book's gonna be wonderful. I have read, like, the first 2 chapters, and I'm already loving it. So we're gonna continue on with my space book trend. I love space books. I'm excited to read more of this. I've been wanting to read it since I finished These Broken Stars, but I think I needed a little bit of... Oh, I wanted to read it since These Broken Stars, but I also wanted, like, a little bit of a break just because I didn't want to rush right into this, just because I did love These Broken Stars a lot, and I'm reading it pretty close to it, but I've read a few books in between, I guess. I don't really want to read contemporary, so, like, basically, like, anything else but contemporary is what I feel like reading right now. So we're just gonna go with it. That's basically the gist of what I'm planning on reading. So I have homework to do. So I need to write an essay. I feel like if I start reading The Shattered World, I'm not going to stop. So I need to write an essay. So I'm going to start listening to music while writing the essay, and hopefully I don't get distracted. And maybe once I finish the essay, I'll just be like, you can listen to the book. That's my reward. And I'm still reading Sebastian's route for Love Struck, and there's not really much to update you on that. Okay, so it's like 11:50 p.m. It's almost midnight. Let's talk about This Shattered World. I barely read it, but I love it already. I already ship the characters so much. Like, I'm ready for this relationship. Like, I'm so hyped. Like, there's already, like, this tension, and I'm loving it. I don't usually say this kind of stuff. You know me, and I'm kind of apprehensive with all hate to love relationships. I feel like this is, like, but, like, I'm usually excited for them at the same time. This one, like, I feel like 'cause I've read the authors, like, These Broken Stars, which is, like, a great hate to love relationship, I feel like I'm just gonna like this one more. It's just gonna be perfect. Like, I'm maybe not perfect, but I'm excited. I hope that remains. I hope I end up loving this book as much as I loved These Broken Stars, if not more. But I'm excited to read more of it and see what's gonna happen. So I think we're going to head to bed and we're going to read The Shattered World. And I guess I will update you guys tomorrow It's Tuesday, and I haven't updated you guys at all today because I haven't really read a lot today. I read like a bit of this Shattered World, but not like a whole ton of it today. Today was just one of those, I guess, busier days. It's like 11 p.m. now, so, and tomorrow is going to be super busy as well. I've been more so listening to music while I work just because I've been trying to write my essay, which hasn't really been going the best, not in the way I'd like it to go. That's how I feel. This is how I feel. I can't really get an extension for this, but like, it's fine. I guess I don't really have a reading update for you. I have to go do dishes, so I'm going to listen to this Shattered Sight, I guess, while doing dishes. So, I'm gonna keep reading the books. Tomorrow, I do have a lot to do. So yeah, like I said, I have my 2 assignments that I really need to finish, plus I have, youth group and the Survivor finale's on. And I've been so anxious and, like, very, like, impatiently waiting for the Survivor finale. It's the big Winners at War finale, so you already know who won, but I do not know as of the time I'm filming this. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. My dogs are like freaking out right now, so I apologize, but let's chat quickly. It's Wednesday. I didn't think I was gonna update you much today because I wasn't gonna get much reading done, and I knew that. So I haven't finished that essay yet. I feel like this vlog's more about my essay than about, I don't know, books, reading. I've started 1984 by George Orwell. I've read like 2 pages of it. We're reading this book for class. I don't feel like grabbing it right now, that's why I don't have it in my hands. So we're reading this for class. I'll be talking about this, I guess, a lot in future vlogs, but like I've only read 2 pages, so I can't really tell you much about this. Tomorrow, I also need to start Crazy Love by Francis Chan. This is like a book about God's crazy love, I guess, essentially. I haven't really gotten too far into it to tell you more. But I'm doing a Bible study thing with my youth group, so we're reading this book together, so I'll be picking that up tomorrow because I need to read the first 2 chapters and I haven't done that yet. Oh, and then we have the book I actually did read today a little bit, This Shattered World. Oh my gosh. This Shattered World by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This is the sequel to These Broken Stars. I think I've already talked, you guys know that. I don't really have a lot to update you on. I'm just made it a bit farther into the book. And I'm curious to see where it's gonna go. I'm excited to see how this character's relationships develop. I'm excited to see what happens to them. I don't know if, at this point, I feel like These Broken Stars is gonna remain my favorite. Just comparing it to what I've read so far of this one, but, like, obviously that could change. Like, it took me until, like, I think, like, a bit halfway through, and then I think close to the end that I realized how much I loved These Broken Stars. So, after, like, the development, and after I got to know these characters and how much I really cared about them. So, the same thing could happen with this one. I think I'm gonna I'm hoping for equally enjoy this book, or more. Okay, I'm going to bed now. Good night. Okay, hi. I'm sitting pretty uncomfortably, but, like, you know what? Everything's fine. It's all good. It's Thursday. I haven't really read a lot today. I've been a little busy, as you know. I did not finish my capstone project. We thriving here. I'm going to get that done, I think, sometime next week. But I had my meeting and it was all good. I'm pretty close to being done, so we're close. This Shattered Sight I'm 40% into, so it's good. I'm enjoying it. I just don't know if I'm enjoying it to the extent of These Broken Stars or not. I really ship the characters. I think they're cute, but you know what? We're gonna see. I mean, like, I think this book can still, like, get better. Like, I feel like I'm gonna, like, give it a 4.5 at this point. I just don't give out 5 stars super easily. And I feel like if this book could be a 5-star, it has to be, like, on the same level of These Broken Stars. I think we'll see when we get to the end of the book. I'm not really set on my rating yet because I'm 40% into it. These Broken Stars was just, like, the most incredible thing. And it was, like, a survival story and, like, isolation story. And I don't know, I really related to the isolation fact. But, I don't know, I just liked that aspect. I feel like more than the whole rebellion aspect. Like, I feel like I've read that I've read that essentially a lot more. And I think that's why I'm not necessarily as drawn to this book. But, I feel like that doesn't undermine, like, I feel like what I'm saying, just don't, like, undermine it. Like, it's still, like, fantastic. Like, this book's absolutely incredible. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with our characters and stuff. It's fun. Little boy Flinny has a little crush on our girl, and then on our girl Jubilee, and Jubilee's just like, bruh, we hate each other. Like, what do you mean you like me? I don't understand. It's wonderful. It's great. I'm very much enjoying this book. I'm constantly wanting to read more of it, but it's just, I haven't had much time to do so that's all I have to update you guys on for now. I have youth in a little while, so I'm gonna do some reading, and I'll update you guys later on. Oof, okay, I'm not comfortable. Hi, it's me again. Overall, I don't have anything to update you guys on, really, for the most part. I haven't really picked up anything. Oh, I don't know what I told you about this Shattered World. I have been continuing reading it, and I'm enjoying the relationship development. I like the world, and I think it's like, it holds up. I think it's a good sequel. I feel like with sequels it's really difficult because you're constantly comparing them to the first book, because the first book you most likely really enjoyed. Like, I feel like when I start comparing it, it sounds like I'm sounding pretty negative about this book, or like I'm like, it's just not as good as the first one. But like, I'm very much enjoying this book, and I just want to make that clear. I really read anything of it today. I would like to pick it up a little bit. It's like 5 p.m. now, and I haven't really picked up a book. So let's chat about what I have read somewhat. I don't know what you count as reading. I've played the Arcana. I started playing it again. I'm enjoying it, but I think the writing's trash. I had to say it. It's like, I feel like the storyline's really good, just the writing and the pacing's kind of off. But overall, I'm enjoying it. I quite love Azra. I'm currently playing Azra's route. Azra is like an angel. I like absolutely adore him so much. And like, I feel like this is surprising for me. I feel like I'm comparing it a lot actually to Roman's route from Lovestruck. I feel like they have similar plot lines in the sense that like, it seems they both had romantic relationships with the main character in the past. The main character does not remember it. And I don't know why, but I'm like so trash for that kind of stuff. I'm Azra trash. Each route has a different synopsis, and I don't think I've explained the Arcana pretty well. It takes place in like some, I don't know, I guess fantasy-esque world, and we got Azra, who is basically teaching our main character magic and fortune-telling, tarot cards, stuff like that. He's basically teaching her. I'm quite enjoying Azra and his route in general. I'll try to keep this update as short as I possibly can, but we'll see where my mind rambles to at 2 a.m. But hi, it's like 2 a.m. I'm still awake. I have done some reading since we last spoke. I was listening to the audiobook of This Shattered World by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. I think my rating is going to be a 4.5. I think after reading this one, I just don't think, like, it was still like really good, and I think it was still cute. But I think just compared to these Broken Stars just like, I feel like just had like, I don't know, a more unique plot line. I don't know. I liked the survival element, and while we kind of in a sense have that, it's not to the same extent. I think they're discovering things and stuff again that's kind of like similar to the first book, and we did get to see Tarver and Lilac made an appearance. And I think from then on I started enjoying the book a lot more. I feel like the second half is better than the first half. The first half had some good strong points as well. It was like a little, I don't know, middle. I just don't think it necessarily just holds up to the first book. I feel like I liked the angst better in the first one. There was some good angst. There was a lot of weird stuff that happened in the first one. I feel like this one wasn't as weird. Why is that a thing? I don't know. I liked the weird in the first book. Like, there was like some good weird like sci-fi stuff happening in the first book, and I feel like we have like little glimpses of that, but like I feel like it's not as weird. It doesn't go to the same extent. I also just prefer the ship. But I think the ship in this book was still really cute. With these Broken Stars, I feel like they knew each other like a lot better. And in this one, they didn't as much. I did like the whole forbidden romance thing. I feel like I'm talking really negatively about this book, which like is not like how I feel about this book at all. Like, I really enjoyed this book. Obviously, like, I feel like these Broken Stars just blew it out of the water. That one just is like wonderful. It's like my favorite book of 2020. So I mean, I have pretty high standards going into the second one. Overall, I am enjoying it though, and I'm excited to finish it off like sometime, I guess today or tomorrow, whatever you want to call it, when I'm more awake. Right. It's like 11 a.m. I think right now. Good morning, first of all. I'm basically really going to talk about the book I just talked about in the last update. I finished This Shattered World by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, and I'm kind of between a 4 and a 4.5. I don't think it is a 5-star, like I know that for sure. I think it was really good. I just think when I'm in my head, I'm comparing it to these Broken Stars. Obviously that's going to happen. I just don't think it held up quite to these Broken Stars. It just wasn't as good. So I feel like if it's not as good or better, I can't give it the full 5 out of 5, but I think it still did a lot of good things. We're following two new characters, Jubilee and Flynn, and they are kind of basically like on opposite sides of this war in the galaxy or whatever. Like Jubilee is this captain, and she's working for the government essentially. And then we got Flynn, who is a rebel, and they end up meeting in a bar when like he kind of kidnaps her. So I guess there's some messed up stuff going on there, but you know, like the two like end up overcoming their differences and work together, and there's something more along the way. It's enemies to lovers, so you're a sucker for that. It's pretty good. We also got to see Tarver and Lilac, which was like the best part of the story for me personally. We got to see like a little flirty moment between them, and just like seeing them again just like made me so happy. I was like, oh, I missed you too. I also got there's a free ebook called, I don't know, This Night So Dark, or I think that's what it's called. And it takes place, I think, between the events of these broken stars in this shattered world, and we get to see Tarver and Lilac again. So like, let's go. Like, it's free. I was so happy to find out it was free, otherwise I was gonna buy it anyways. So I have it on my Kindle to read, so I'm gonna read that at some point. I might want to read that once I finish the series, and I have no more Tarver and Lilac to read about. I just enjoyed them as characters. So I feel like we're gonna see them more in the third book. So I'm excited for that. I have the third book on hold and I really want to read it, but I have to wait 6 weeks currently. So we're not reading it anytime soon. Usually waiting for this book to arrive. I'm like, let me read you. I'm excited to see how this story concludes. Overall, I thought it was good, and I enjoyed it. So now I have to do dishes. So I'm going to pick up the audiobook for A Million Suns. This isn't gonna be my main priority at this point in time, because I actually want to pick up Illuminate at some point, but I want to read this book, like physically, while listening to the audiobook. So I do have the audiobook of it, which is full cast. I'm quite excited about it. It's like so fun. Like, it looks fun to read. Like, there's a lot of cool pages. I'm going to probably try to read this one and listen to the audiobook. I've heard like nothing but good things about this book, and since I'm a sucker for space and I loved Amy Kaufman's writing, I haven't read anything by J. Kristoff, but since I'm like adore Amy Kaufman's writing and I loved These Broken Stars, I think I'm going to adore this as well. Everyone seems to love this book. Like, everyone keeps talking about how much they love this book, and everyone loved the second book, everyone loved the third book. I don't have the third book, but I do have the first and second book to read, and then I'll have to buy the third book, so I'm probably going to want to listen and read at the same time. When I do have some time, I'm going to try to pick this one up. When I'm just like doing my stuff, I'm going to listen to A Million Suns. I'll update you guys when I have something else to tell you. This isn't really much later, but I have an update for you. I'm 50 pages into Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and J. Kristoff. So far, it's fine. I think it's told in like a different format than like what I'm used to, because it's all mixed media and stuff like that. There's been some parts, there's a part where I just read where they're like, it was from Ezra's perspective. That was, like, you kind of like saw, like, he's kind of was writing something down, so you kind of like, it kind of felt more like he was telling you stuff, and it was like a story. Mixed media, and I think it's cool. I just don't know if I'm understanding entirely what's happening. I mean, this could get better. It probably will. I'm pretty, like, I'm kind of, like, only 50 pages into it, so I can't really judge it, like, super much. There's, like, 600 pages in this book, so it's pretty long, pretty big. This book is about our two main characters. We follow Ezra and Katie, and basically Katie broke up with him, like, 3 hours before this attack happened, and they kind of escaped together and stuff like that. And I thought, my understanding was that it took place with them together, like, the entire time as they're, I guess, trying to, I don't know, not die. And that's not really essentially what happens. They're currently separated. I feel like I might have to, like, look up summaries and for someone to tell me exactly what happened once I finish this book, but, I mean, for the most part, I think I'm understanding kind of what has happened so far. I'm listening to the audiobook while I'm reading this book, which definitely does help, because I think my brain would not just process reading this book. Like, I don't think I could just, like, simply read it and be like, yeah, I know what's going on. That's my thoughts so far. Hey guys, so it is Sunday, but I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I want to start on another reading vlog. It's a secret TBR vlog. I know I said it last week, but this time I actually mean it. I did find books, like, I'm all excited to read about the books, like, I'm reading for this secret TBR, and I feel like with the last one I was trying to do, I wasn't excited, but I'm really excited to jump into this. I honestly don't think I'm going to read anything else for this vlog that I'm currently doing right now for you guys. I think I'm just gonna end it here, so I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I've read The Shattered World, which is the sequel to These Broken Stars, and I gave it I think I'm gonna stay with a 4-star. I think it's more of a 4-star after thinking about it. I think it was good, but I just don't think it was to the same extent of good. I just didn't have the extra oomph that I needed. But overall, I really enjoyed this one still, so it was good. That's all I have to update you guys on for now, and I will see you guys soon with a new reading vlog. Goodbye!